Hi everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it is Make It Mail It Monday. So today I'm going to attempt to make a Halloween card. The reason I'm doing a Halloween card is this was the next one in the stack of my tub of cards to be done. And this was from our fearless leader back in 2022. The images are from, let's see, the Black Cat image is from Pink Paisley, from their Spellcast line. She thought the other stamps were from Recollections. She wasn't sure. And then we have papers. We have the plaid, we have the stripe, we have this pretty orange, and this purple, and then she die cut this with the Tim Holtz die 660220, and I have this one. The purple is a Basil cardstock. The rest is from Tim Holtz. I'm sorry, Paper Studio, as well as the bling and the ribbons. She's got some die cuts in this kit. The cat dies were from Gina K Designs. Paper flowers are Paper Studio. And the ribbons are from Hobby Lobby. So, and the ribbons. Guess I ought to show the ribbons. I'm a little off my game tonight. Bob and I have worked out in the garden shed for the last 2 days. And I wasn't even sure I was going to do this video tonight. So, we're just going to wing this and see if we can come up with a card or two. I pulled out a couple of bases to work with. These two are Pumpkin Pie, a basic black, and a gorgeous grape. I have no clue what I'm going to do. I do know that I still need to color her dress and hat, so let me grab my black. And maybe that gorgeous grape purple. I don't have a gorgeous grape purple. We will use Purple Posy. And where is my black? Basic black. Okay. So I did some coloring earlier, and I want to use this cat. Before I do the witch here, let me do these pumpkins. I used Pumpkin Pie stamping blends, as well as Call Me Clover. And then for the witch, I have pulled out, Starry Sky. I have two there that don't belong. One's Starry Sky and one's Dark Orchid. So the other two are mixed in there somewhere. I think I want to use Starry Sky. So we'll test run the colors. And then I have the dark basic black. And we will use that on her hat and her dress. So let me use the light Call Me Clover and get my cheaters on. I want to finish coloring these in really quick. And I'll try to keep my head out of the way. And I guess the glasses aren't going to work as well as I thought they were. Happened to look from a distance. But I had an idea for the pumpkins. But I will have to cut them out individually. So we'll see what happens. And then I'm using the dark Pumpkin Pie to just outline the pumpkin and follow the lines, and this will help accentuate. And you can tell my trimmers are acting up a little bit tonight. It's been a long day, but we've gotten some major progress. We live on 25 acres of timber, and I have timber rats, and when they moved in to my garden shed, I moved out. We were trapping them and getting rid of them, but I swear they're like bunny rabbits. So we think we've got the rabbit. We think we've got the rat thing under control now. So I can go back to, we're going to totally clean out the garden shed and see what we can do about making it more user-friendly. And since my gardening has changed, the inside of the garden shed and the layout and what I keep and what I don't keep has changed. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I pitched in the last 2 days, which I'm ready for. And it's funny, Bob was looking for the home defense and he couldn't find it because I cleaned the garden shed. Amazing what you find or don't find when you clean things, right? So I'm just getting these 3 jack-o'-lanterns, and you can see I'm not being overly picky. I put the dark lines in there to give me my shading, and now I'm just going through here and doing that. And I wanted to grab a yellow for her hair. I think I'm going to use a Safron for her hair. This should be fun because these are little bitty lines. And I'm not sure I'm going to be able to cut her out. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is just creating a block with her. I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing. Okay, so now we have the black one here. We have our witch. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to test these first on a piece of cardstock before I decide which purple I want to use. So this one is the orchid. See, that's more blue. I don't think I want the orchid. Now what about the night sky, starry sky? Let's go for that one. And that's not the purple I want either. So let's see. I guess we can go with, let's try a dark Highland Heather. That's more what I'm after. And then we have purple posy. Nope, too pink. So I guess we're going to go with our Highland Heather. So now we have that figured out. So I am going to be gone next week. I'm leaving on Monday. Bob will be home taking care of the house and the animals. And I am working really hard to get videos ready to go up while I'm gone. So cross your fingers that I don't leave you hanging. Let's do her legs in purple too. I think I like those. Let's give her purple tights. I like that. Probably should have done her tights in green. I thought about that. And I think I'm going to go over the smile on that pumpkin, on that jack-o'-lantern, and lighten him up a little bit. That really doesn't lighten him up a lot, does it? This is the Safron, and it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. Okay, but now we're going to come in, and we're going to, that's the dark black. Okay, let's get our color swatching in here one more time. This is the dark black. True black. And I want to make sure that this basic black, no, that's the light. This is the dark. Yeah. So we're going to come in here and we're going to highlight. Now whether or not I actually get cards done or not, I'm not sure. And this depicts the folds in her dress. Ooh, my light's blinking. Okay, give her hat a little bit of shading. This is much easier when I don't tremble. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, and then we can come back in, and I'm just going to use my brush end of my lighter black. Try to use even strokes. Now this I'm going to try and follow the curve. Not too shabby. The arm I probably should have used, and I'm using the brush end because I want that smooth single stroke that I would not get if I used the liner tip. So we're just going to come back here, give her black dress. You know, I don't know whoever designated that witches' dresses had to be black. But since I am a witch, and I love black, and I love purple, let's see, got away from me a little bit, and I got black in that jack-o'-lantern where I didn't want it, but I'm going to come back with the hazard of the trimmers, and I'm going to switch to a smaller tip for this finer area. And then I'm going to get my blending tool, and I'm going to see if I can take some of that black off of that jack-o'-lantern really quick. Okay. Oh, got to get in here. In here around her hands where she's holding on to the pail. Okay, now I'm going to come back in with a blending tool, and I'm going to see if I can get some of that black off the pumpkin. This is what the blending tool is good for. It will let you lighten up areas where you'd, whoa, that really come out strong. I don't think that was supposed to happen. Now she's all splotchy. Wow. See how with that you can lighten that up a little bit? Wasn't what I was after, but it may let us come back in with our pumpkin, get some of that blending solution off of there. Because remember, these are alcohol markers, so that was probably, that's a little better. That's a little better. And so her dress doesn't look splotchy. We're going to come back in. See, we can bring that back in just like that. Not too shabby. Decent repair. So that's just using the Stampin' Blends. Now I think what we're going to do here, we're going to wind up using these as panels on the card. And this is 5 1/2. So we need to do 2 3/4. Should give us even mats. Or close enough. Yep, there we go. Okay. So let's use this one. And I don't think I'm going to use this one. There's too much black on there, but I like this. And I decided what I wanted to do was with the purple, I want to use it as a strip panel. I don't want to use it as a whole thing. So I'm going to start by using my Memento Black to edge this. I guess the only one I've got right here is my dark soot, so but I want to go ahead and edge this. Try not to get the Stampin' Blends from my thumb onto the card. Okay, I don't know why that's upside down, but it should go like that. Okay. So let's go ahead and mat this, and I'm going to use the squares to give me my border. So I'm going to cut here and I'm going to cut here. So I have one block of the so I want to cut on this one, and I want to cut on this one. And that'll take care of that. Now I'm also going to cut a strip of this. This should be, I need this to be 5.5. Yeah, 5.5. And I want to cut it at 1. Let's do it at 1 1/4. Okay. Now I'm not going to get all of these done up tonight. We're already at 15 minutes. And I think I want to put this one on the black base. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5.5. Should have been able to cut that down. That base doesn't seem right. It's right. So. Oh yes. 5.5. Apparently, I didn't cut this. I didn't measure this at 5.5. So we can do that. Simple enough. Okay. And then I want my black, because I'm going to use this over here, and then I'm going to bring in the black dot. So what I want to do, so let's start by putting this onto here. Now if you'll notice, there is bleed through, and you will have that with alcohol markers. So it is important when you're coloring with alcohol markers to put something underneath that you're coloring that you can either pitch or clean up when you're done. Okay, so there's that. I'm trying to be very careful where I put my fingers. And then we're going to do, normally I would glue this down first, but I want to play this a minute. And see, I wanted to bring in that purple because of her hat. And that's why I did that. So before I do that, I'm going to put the going to find me a tape runner first. I want to put the ribbon on first, and I want it to run down the middle. So I put a little bit of tape runner on the back side of the paper, and I'm going to run one right there, and right there, just for it to get a hold of as it comes around. Just like that. And then we can put a little bit back here and do that. And I left my ribbon scissors in the living room where I was trimming up the fabric a while ago. So there's that. Now I can come in with the tape runner, and I want to really give this a good glue down because I want that ribbon to stick. And here is just a whisper of that black over there, just like that. And then we can come in with this, and I want to use the glue. I'm not a fan of using the tape runner for something that I'm going to have to hang on to for a while. So, and these aren't going to get mailed out right away, so let's use the glue, something that's got some stick-to-it-ish to it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put that right there, just like that. And I overlapped it over the ribbon, and that's fine. I could have done the purple a little narrower. And then on the inside, what I do is I use either 28 or 32 pound paper because it weighs less than the cardstock when I put it on the inside. But here's the deal. I want to use the Trick or Treat. So maybe I won't use that for this. Maybe I won't put a liner in here. Let's get a punch. I have been going 6 ways from Sunday trying to get everything done before I leave next week. And it's been interesting. I don't know if it will fit in there. I don't think it will. But seems to be the best thing I have handy. So let's test this out really quick. This is the tailored tag punch from Stampin' Up, and they don't make it anymore. But it will just fit. So I'm going to punch that out, just like that. And let's move the punch out of the way for right now. And then I can come back in. We're going to dust this with the black so it'll blend into the background. And squiggle some glue on here. Make sure I get to the tips. And then we're going to set that right in the center top. But I really want to save those pumpkins for another card. I want to save those for another card. So there is that. So there's one card down. Now let's see if we can get a second one in. And with that one, I want to use the pumpkins. And I think I want to use this, and I want to use the black cat. So let's bring in the orange. Let's use an orange. If I do that, that cat's not going to show up. But let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to come in with my fussy cuts. One of the things that I have with my Amazon Prime is I have Prime Video. And I just discovered it recently. I'm a little on the slow side. And I really liked I Am Celine. It is the story of Celine Dion and her struggle with stiff person syndrome. Now, it is a syndrome that attacks the nervous system. It attacks 1 in 1 million people, and majority of those are women. And she is using her platform as an entertainer to make people aware of the struggle. And can you imagine being in pain and not being able to tell someone that it hurts? That you slowly begin to lose your ability to do anything that you used to do. That's why she had to quit touring, and it just breaks her heart. And her pain, I think her pain is more from that she experiences personally is from the fact that she cannot perform, she cannot share with her fans her love of music and her love of performing. She's been performing since she was about 13. And now suddenly she finds herself unable to do things that were her normal life. And yeah, I realize that there are other diseases that have the same issue. But this is one that not a lot of people know about or understand. She was getting one of her treatments, one of her massage therapy treatments, when she had a seizure, when she went into a seizure. And basically, the nerves in your body just freeze up, and you can't do anything. And she could barely squeeze her driver's hand to let him know that, yes, she could hear him. Yes, she understood. Or such a frightening ordeal to go through. And I really feel for her. Now I'm going to dust this where I cut this off. In fact, I may try trimming it just a little bit closer, but you know how that goes. So we're just going to take that off, and we're going to dust it with the Tombow and cover up that white, and it'll just look like a shadow behind the pumpkins. Just that easy. I really wanted to use these 3 pumpkins. I thought they were so cute. And I don't have this set from Recollections, amazingly enough. But I just thought they were so adorable. So stinking cute. And you don't really need anything else but those pumpkins. But we do have another trick or treat. Oh, that's what I want to do. Let me get my trimmer over here, and we're going to see if this will work. I'm going to cut this out as close to that as I can. And I mean close. I think that's going to do it. And then instead of trying to cut that with the trimmer, let's bring this back. And let's bring in the bling. I lost one of my pumpkins. One of my pumpkins ran away. There are supposed to be 3 of them. There they are. He's laying on top of the other. He was hiding. Now I know I've got to trim this up. Right now I'm just playing with position. What if we move this over and we do trick or treat? I think I like that. So we're going to take my tab dovetail punch, and let's see, I want the dovetail, so I want to come in like this, and let's chip that off a little bit more. And this one I know, oh, that's the wrong one. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it. I knew it. And why is this not wanting to? I'm trying to get it to position in there. And it's not wanting to. It's over there as far as it's going to go. There we go. Okay, now we're going the right direction. And I'm going to clip this one off. I always do that. I always use the wrong end first. There we go. That is a double tail punch from Stampin' Up. So many good punches are gone. So any of them that I mentioned, if you go look on eBay or even Macari. I've been seeing things from Macari on, things from Stampin' Up on Macari. I'm running this around here. And I think these are going to be the last 2 cards I do. We are at 28 minutes. And I have to get this uploaded in the morning before I leave on errands. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this flush. I'm going to glue this flush just like that. And then I'm going to come in with mini dimensionals, and I have black ones from Stampin' Up. So let's come in with the little bitty ones and put them on the back of the pumpkins. No, let's do the big ones. Let's do the big ones. I could move faster if I could get a hold of things when I want to, but I can't always do that. So I'm going to put a black dimensional on the back of each one of those pumpkins, or each one of those jack-o'-lanterns. I think they're so stinking cute. And I'm going to put the one in the center first. And I'm setting him just over top of the edge of that tag as if he were sitting on a fence. And while everybody else is doing Christmas in July, let's celebrate a little Halloween, shall we? And there are our 2 cards out of that kit for Make It Mail It Monday. I will come back here in 2 weeks with the next set of cards from this kit because I want them worked up and out of here. And tomorrow, we're doing Try It Tuesday, and I have something to share with you that I learned from my sister Donna at Crazy Lady Creations. So you're going to want to come back for that, because remember, we're still working on that Christmas journal for Finish It Friday, And tomorrow's Try It Tuesday is part of that journal, so you're not going to want to miss it. In the meantime, remember to like, to share, subscribe, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Creative blessings.